we finally got an update out of Social Security on that new SSI improvements team, which was launched late last year to improve the efficiency within the SSI program, otherwise known as Supplemental Security Income, and also implement significantly more surveillance on beneficiaries. Oops, not supposed to say that, but that's realistically what they're doing within the improvements team, right? They're overseeing a lot of the different aspects of the Supplemental Security Income program and all of the beneficiaries that are receiving benefits, and they've implemented a lot of different changes within this program in just the last handful of months here. And I also do have this information right here from Social Security, which I'm going to pop up in just a second so you can see and read for yourself exactly what they're doing here. They've got a lot going on. Now, here's the deal. They continue to say, and as we've heard about for quite a while now, that the vast majority of overpayments that are sent out to beneficiaries come in through, the SSI program and disability benefits, as in SSDI, okay? So what's super interesting is about a year ago, back in March and April of 2025, so about a year ago, give or take a little bit here, we saw all kinds of drama coming up. Do you remember about a year ago when they wanted to increase the recovery rate for clawbacks on overpayments to 100%. Do you remember all that drama? Again, it was about a year ago. I covered it extensively at the time. It was a massive issue. And then they came back and they walked it back and said, I guess we're just going to do 50% instead. We won't do 100%. Point being is that the whole overpayment situation is still a major issue. And they continue to say that most of those payments are being done to SSI and disability, as in SSDI beneficiaries, which is kind of interesting and a little bit ironic, simply because you go after the beneficiaries with literally the smallest benefit and say, we've overpaid you. How? How could you possibly overpay somebody that's getting virtually nothing on a monthly basis? You kind of get what I'm saying? And again, I think all of you in this community, especially those of you receiving SSI, probably agree with what I'm saying. All right, anyway, let's pop this up right here, right now. Feel free to read through the details on this. This is the update out of Social Security on the SSI improvement team. Oh, yeah. Okay, so anyway, feel free to read through the details on this. Obviously, I'm mocking them a little bit because I think it's kind of ridiculous. Because here's the deal. They act like, this is a new improvement team that is going to help the SSI program and the SSI beneficiaries. Is it really, or is it just more surveillance overseeing the beneficiary and basically micromanaging people as they're peeking into bank accounts and looking at incomes? They're looking at asset levels, as in cash and cash equivalents, which we also recognize have not budged in decades as well, which, by the way, $2,000 for an individual, $3,000 for a married couple. Those have not changed in a very long time. Well, they've also indicated right here in this little update, which, by the way, there's a ton of details. I hope you're able to read through some of the details on this. And some of it you might be thinking, like, I have no idea what this even means. That's okay? But the details is that they finally gave us an update on this SSI improvement team. But they've also indicated that the majority, they say it right here in this update, by the way, you might see it as you go through it. But they also indicate that the majority of the overpayments that are made to SSI beneficiaries are actually done because of too many assets / cash or cash equivalents. In other words, individuals have over $2,000 in cash or cash equivalents, and married couples have over $3,000, which realistically, like who, right? But this is one of the major reasons why they send out those overpayment letters and why these individuals are getting these letters in the first place, which again, as I've mentioned many times over the years, we want to avoid these overpayment letters in any way, shape, or form that we possibly can. We don't want to get one of those, which, quick side note, by the way, last year in 2025 in August, I think it was maybe like August 8th or something. It was early in August. I don't remember the exact date, but I got an overpayment letter. That was not fun, okay? I shared a video with my experience on that as far as how I handled that whole thing. Not a fun thing. I got an overpayment letter. It was about, $6,400 or so, give or take a little bit. But anyway, I got that whole thing handled in about 30 days or less. It was a little less than 30 days. But again, I have a video from back in, I think, about September. I wasn't ready to talk about it for a while. But again, about a month after I got the overpayment letter, I was like, okay, I think I can finally talk about this. It was maybe even a month and a half or 2 months later. I don't know. But anyway. Yeah, we don't want an overpayment letter. And by the way, they send out well over a million overpayment letters a year, and not fun, right? They give you a very short amount of time. Generally, they give you about 30 days to take action. Either pay it all back or file an appeal, file for a waiver, and basically say that I can't pay this back, or you made a mistake, it's not my fault, and I'm not going to pay you this back. Well, again, it's you, or in my case, again, back in August of last year, me against Social Security. Who do you think's going to win that one? Yeah, exactly, right? Do you think we, the beneficiaries, are going to win against Social Security? Not a chance, right? For the most part, not really. Now, to be fair, some people that do get these overpayment letters do actually win. Okay, it's good. But for the most part, I mean, it's good luck. Yeah, good luck. Okay, just cross your fingers. I hope that none of you ever get an overpayment letter. Not a fun situation, scenario, but that's the reality for a lot of people, unfortunately. But anyway, point being is that just want to share that quick little update with you. Again, there's a lot of information in there within that update. Honestly, I'm not going to go through every last detail because there's just a lot of information, but I wanted to pop it up on the screen for you and just let you know that, yep, the SSI improvement team is still going at it. They're still hacking away. And according to their little update here, yep, we've got a lot of work to do. Really. A lot of work to do within SSI, like what? Raise benefits up to, I don't know, the federal poverty line. Maybe raise the cash or cash equivalent asset limitations. Maybe raise those up quite a bit. That'd be helpful. I don't know, maybe remove the marriage penalty. That'd be pretty nice for a lot of people as well, right? Maybe fix up the SSI program that is so wildly broken, as I have indicated many times before in other videos. Great program, helps out about 7.5 million people that receive these ongoing monthly benefits, but more surveillance, more micromanagement, more oversight into the program to oversee every single beneficiary and basically snoop on people. I don't know. Is that really the solution? Especially for people that are getting, I don't know, $994 a month or $1,491 a month as a married couple. Is that really what's going to help make ends meet, is going after the lowest income beneficiaries for literally just trying to get a little bit of benefit because they're maybe over 65 and have a limited income, limited resources, or maybe under the age of 65 and have a disability that doesn't allow them to work to the capacity that they could to make a livable income? I don't know. Again, I think we need to be prioritizing our time and our efforts and our taxpayer dollars here versus maybe just blowing it on an improvements team, which is literally just a surveillance team. I don't know. Drop me your comments down below. Let me know what you think about this. And again, maybe I'm just being a total whack by saying all this. And, maybe it actually is something that we're, missing here, but it doesn't really seem like it based on this little update that they have and all the improvements that, at the end of the day, do they really do a whole lot to serve the beneficiary? Which, by the way, they didn't indicate. And to be fair, though, this does make it a little bit easier. If you do have a My Social Security account on the Social Security website, it does make it a bit easier. If you do need to upload or basically submit any formal documentation of anything, you can do that digitally right through your My Social Security account. I'm going to be fair. That's actually pretty nice. Okay, that is really, really nice, because the olden days, remember the good old olden days when you go to file an application and you fill it out by hand, and then you mail it in, and then like 3 months later you hear back from them and they're like, sorry, we need more information. Can you submit this and that? So you do immediately, and then like 3 months later, you hear again from them with another letter, and they're like, we need another document. Can you send that in? And you like do it, and then like 3 months later, you're like, wow, what's going on here? You finally get a letter from them or something? It's so slow. It can be a bit faster now, especially with the digital submission of those documents, which is honestly really, really nice, which helps to expedite that process to get that money to the beneficiaries as quickly as possible. All right, anyway, I just want to point this out for you really quickly. Again, I hope you're able to read through that. If not, go back and just scroll through the video again, maybe pause it, take a look through that, read it a little bit, but it's pretty interesting. And again, an SSI improvements team. They launched it back in September of last year, which is kind of interesting, okay? Anyway, maybe they could launch maybe like a retirement improvements team, maybe a disability improvements team, maybe a Social Security improvements team, maybe a benefit check improvements team. I don't know, something like that. What do you think? All right, anyway. Hope this helps you out. Again, here for you in any way that I possibly can be. Please subscribe down below if you're new here. 100% free. Big subscribe button down below. Please share the video, big share button down below. Otherwise, most importantly, check out the well over 6,000 videos here on the channel in the video library. Otherwise, have a nice day. Hope this helps you. Again, just enjoy. Have a good one. Thanks so much for being here, and I'll catch you again later on the next video. I'll see you for now.